What's up, everybody? How we doing? Today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Multiverse McFarlane Batman figure. And before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, as to hit subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And moving on, we have the Batman 3 Jokers logo at the very top here, Batman 3 Jokers on the side, a nice image of the figure on the back, as well as other figures in this wave, and same thing on the side, Batman on the front in the blister box. Now let's open this up. And bringing him over, here we have our Batman, specifically for the 3 Jokers, in his very gray and black glory. It's a good figure. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. It's a solid representation of Batman, a more modern design of Batman. I do have some quality control issues, again, with this, and they are mostly with the paint job on the bat symbol. If I bring it in closer, you can see that there is some chipping and some places where paint should be and it's not there, and places where there shouldn't be paint and it is there. And normally I wouldn't have an issue with it, but it's because it's on the bat symbol. It's the only piece of the whole suit of the ensemble that like pops, and it really just takes away from it. And that is a genuine like disappointment. That really just kind of drops the quality of the figure for me. But besides that, the mold is nice. It's a typical McFarlane mold figure, so it's oddly proportioned. And the head sculpt, is it just me or does his head look too tiny? I feel like his head looks too tiny. That might just be me and in my mind's eye of Batman, but I think it looks a little too small. Bringing that in closer, it's a decent sculpt. I like the texture of the cowl. It's sort of like this leathery, rubbery texture. It's a good representation of Batman, I think. It looks good. Nice cape. It's very, very well done. It's got the 3 spikes on each side. On this side as well. This one came a little warped. I had to bend it and hit it with some heat, but it buffed out. Nice detailing of the gloves, on the torso. The belt is very nice. The boots and the underside of the boots look very nice. He has some big feet, big old stompers. He's wearing like lifts. Yeah, he's wearing lifts. That's funny. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get to the articulation. The head can look up that far. Oh boy, it's a tight fit. It's tight, and it can look down that far. It can do it cannot do a 360. Can look that side about that far, that side about that far. I would not recommend trying to do a full 360. The arms are on butterfly joints. They're tight. They're on butterfly joints, but there's not really any point to it because they can only go about that far and about that far. So it would be about the same as if you didn't have it. They can go out that far, can swivel at the shoulder as well as at the bicep. The full 360 there. Double jointed elbows. The wrist is on a ball joint and a hinge, so it can swivel and turn however you want it. There is a ab crunch, which is tight, and this joint is so strange to me. It's good for like 360 and turning. It doesn't go up and down. And then the up and down joint is right here. That can turn a little bit to the side. It can kick forward that far. You can kick forward back that far. He can do the splits pretty well. Good for you, Batman. Can do a double jointed knee. These are ratchet joints, a little tighter, which I don't mind. I appreciate a tighter joint. The foot is on a ball and a hinge. Can go back that far, can go forward that far, can swivel a bit side to side, and there is a toe joint. There we go. Toe joints are always tight on McFarlane figures. But there is your articulation. Now let's move on to the accessories. Now the accessories are limited, but they're not super bad. We have a grappling hook, which I think looks very good. If a little bit plain with the matte black material, but it looks pretty solid. We get a card for the figure with some product images of the figure itself. Batman on the bottom. Image on the back description. You can read it if you want. Again, I don't think you really need to because it's Batman. I think everyone knows who Batman is. But I will leave it on there long enough where if you want to read it, hit the pause, have fun. And he comes with a McFarlane stand, which we've come to expect. Now for size comparison, I'm going to bring over the McFarlane Armored Batman, which is meant to homage the Dark Knight Returns, and I think this is a good scaling. This should be bigger on the right, and it is, because it's the armor and everything, so that worked pretty well. Now, one thing I wanted to test was because this figure came with a kind of a trigger or a holding hand, but didn't have anything to hold, I want to see if we take the Bat Claw from this Batman and we give it to this one, how it looks. So let's take it, put it in the hand here. Bit of a tight fit. It's not terrible. It's a little loose. It's a little, I don't know. Maybe it's meant for something else. Maybe there's another accessory that came with a different figure that would go well with this. But I don't think it looks too bad, you know, all things considered. And yeah, there's your size comparison for those. Bringing in the Speeding Bullets Superman, and these two scale well together. Again, not the same character. This is Clark Kent, or what we would see as Clark Kent in the main universe. But you know, it's a good scale. They're around the same size. I think that's good. This is still my favorite one that I have though. Of the McFarlane figures, I love this one. That one's great. But there's that size comparison. Bring in a recent review of U.S. Agent, and oh boy, does he have a head on him. That is great. I like that. That's pretty funny. I bet that would really mess with his ego. Bring in a character from a classic crossover of Spider-Man. Now, there's a couple Spider-Man Batman crossovers. My favorite is the one with Carnage and the Joker. I like that one quite a lot. And you can attempt to recreate it, although I think the sizing is a little too big. That's my main issue with my McFarlane figures, a little too big. But that's just me. Well, there we have it. There's a review for the 3 Jokers Batman figure. And I dig it. I think it's pretty good. Still kind of flustered about the whole paint situation. That really sours the figure for me. But overall, not bad for a McFarlane figure. Again, I would prefer if these were 6-inch scaled, but that's just me. But if you like it and you like this review, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And don't be afraid to subscribe. I will see you next time. Take care.